Wednesday. Almost forgot the name. My name is Rick Redford. I'm area president of North America and your host, but not the main person, the main draw that today is. And so as you know, we have these Wellness Wednesdays every Wednesday. Makes sense. And today we have a special guest. She's a member of our scientific advisory board. She has done almost everything you can do within this space, and she is so beloved. I mean, anytime we have a call where we announce that Dr. Ginger is going to be on the call, it's just always one of those calls that people just can't, they're clamoring all over each other to get to. She and her husband, Aaron, are chairpersons too. They are upper growers, up and coming, continuing to grow, all the above, and some of our most beloved leaders. So please welcome Dr. Ginger Decker.
Hey, Rick. Hey, everyone. How are you today? I'm so excited to be here to talk about one of my most favorite topics, and a topic that you need to know a lot about and you need to be implementing in your life, and that is detoxification. So to give you a little bit of background on where I'm coming from with all of this, I used to teach at a world-renowned healing center, and without going into all kinds of detail, there's two major things that they did there that we do right here. Number one, load your body with good, clean nutrition, food-based nutrition, to boost your immune system. And number two, detoxify your body of all the things you've done to it, sometimes whether you realize it or not, throughout your decades of life. And if you think of detox as kind of like peeling away the layers of a dirty onion, that's exactly what we're going to do. In terms of phases of detoxification, first phase is start cleaning up your food act, right? Get rid of the standard American diet, or really the standard world diet, with all the toxins and the chemicals and the fake foods and the fake ingredients and things that taint your taste buds so you can't even appreciate the taste of a fresh strawberry anymore. We need to swap the food choices, and just that one move will start the detoxification process. However, if you've been on this planet for more than a couple of decades, which I imagine most of you on here have, there's a lot of toxins in your body that you're unaware of that have been stored in your body, usually in your body's fat cells. So your body has an amazing capacity to detoxify itself. But those things that are overwhelming to the body, or if you've got too much coming at your body, it wants to keep those toxins away from your vital organs. And so what it does is it stores your toxins in your fat cells. And the simplest way to think about it is, if you think of your fat cells as suitcases. And for example, as you lose weight, you are losing weight, right? Your fat cell suitcases, just think of them, this is a very simplified form, but I like to explain it this way, are opening up, releasing the fatty acids, but also releasing the toxins. And so we need to help the body get rid of those toxins. Another avenue is perhaps you're very sick and you've never released any toxins from your body. There are ways to do that, starting simply with the foods that you're eating. That's step one. So if you haven't cleaned up your food act, that's the first place I want you to go with your detoxification. Now, when I taught at the Healing Center, people came in there with diseases that modern medicine basically said, there's nothing we can do, get your affairs in order. And again, we don't treat, diagnose, or cure here. However, what I always say is, if you give your body the proper tools, it does know what to do. The problem is, if you're shoveling a bunch of toxins in your body, drinking a bunch of toxins, putting a bunch of toxins on your skin, smelling a bunch of toxins in your house, drinking from squishy plastic water bottles, which are leaching toxins into yourself. Do you see how over the decades you can accumulate a lot of toxins a lot of times and not even know it? So we want to start to make you aware of the toxins that you're encountering. So even though you can't get rid of everything because of the world that we live in, you can make a concerted, educated effort to start eliminating the toxins in your life and do what they do at healing centers, lessen the body's toxic load. So if you boost your immune system with good, clean nutrition and you lessen the body's toxic load, guess what? The body has no choice but to start to come back in line. And that is why at some of these major healing centers, they see, these miracles. Our body is really the miracle, because if we give our body the proper tools, it does know what to do. The problem is we've never been taught those tools. So clean eating is number one. So start to clean that up. Number two, load your body with good, clean, super nutrition in terms of supplements, because we can't get everything that we need from food. And I think most of you probably are starting to realize that. So we definitely have a whole array of products. And I believe it was last week, Deanna Latson, our Chief Product Officer, who started this whole clean line philosophy with our products, this was her baby, talked to you about the optimals. And that would be your foundational nutrition, your basic vitamins and minerals that are whole food based. That's a great way to step up your nutrition from a supplement standpoint, again, being whole food based. But when it comes to the detoxification part, again, clean up your foods, sweat, right? Whenever you sweat, your body's pouring out toxins. So I definitely recommend exercising, infrared saunas, anything along those lines, sweat, right? But when it comes to ingredients to help expedite the toxins, that's where I've literally, gosh, I think it's probably been about 27 years now that I've been teaching all of this. Can't believe it's been that long, but it has. Detoxification with specific ingredients that help to pull toxins from the body. They're actually called binders. They'll bind kind of like a magnetic little scrubber to the toxins and pull them from the body. So at the Healing Center, I actually used to use many of these individual ingredients, and we used it there to help people pull toxins at the body at a faster rate, to help them, recover at a faster pace. And so when I first actually looked at RX before we were in NewAge, they had a product called Restoriix, and that's the product I'm going to talk about today, Restoriix. This, I have to say, was the product, not that the other products weren't amazing, because they are and they were, but this is the one that really got my attention, because teaching at the Healing Center and working from the detox perspective, I was like, wow, I've never seen a company put all of these ingredients in one product. So this is our product Restoriix. It will help restore you. That's how you remember that one. It is a powder that literally you just mix in water and you drink it down. It's really not the sexiest product, but it's a fantastic product. And I'll give you some tips on how to take it. But it's a powder that has ingredients that, again, I used to use individually. So it has spirulina and chlorella. Have you heard of those before? Those are the blue-green algae that are actually very good for you. But from a detox perspective, some of the things they do is they will bind to pesticides and pull them from the body. They'll bind to heavy metals and pull them from the body. So you can see we're lessening our toxic load, right? As we're doing that. This also has activated charcoal. You might be familiar with that, in that you actually see a lot of people brushing their teeth with that these days to whiten your teeth. Yes, you can use this. This is a very multifunctional product as well. You can brush your teeth with it, and we'll get to that. But also activated charcoal, maybe if you're a nurse or a doctor, you're familiar with that in the emergency room when someone is brought in and they've overdosed on any kind of drug, they will give them activated charcoal, because it's a great binder to bind to that toxin, which is the opposite charge, and pull it from the body at a fast pace. So it has activated charcoal as well as micronized zeolite. It has some ginger. You always want to throw a little ginger in there, right, to make a great product. So we've got that going on here as well. So this is Restoriix. Think of it as a magnetic scrubber going through your body, pulling the opposite charge toxin, attaching to it, and getting it ready for elimination. So in terms of how you would utilize, or who would utilize this, if you've never done a detox before, this is a great 30-day cleanup, right? We call it our detox spa in a bottle. If you are sick, or maybe you've been on medications throughout your life, or whatever the case may be, this is a product that can help kind of clean you up, right? Little post cleanup. If you're an athlete, interestingly, this product also helps to pull the soreness from your muscles. So after your workout, so it's actually a great post-recovery product as well. You can also make a mud mask out of it. Add a little water, put it on your face, let it harden, because it will pull the impurities from the skin. And as far as for your teeth, to help whiten your teeth, don't mix it with your toothpaste, do it separate, but literally just put a little bit on your toothpaste and brush your teeth with it. And the activated charcoal will help whiten your teeth. And then you can turn around and swallow it and let the magnetic scrubber action take place and help you to detoxify. Now, as far as when to take it, so we talked about who to take it. Literally anyone can take it. The only caveat as it relates to any kind of medication is you need to separate it away 2 hours in time apart from any medication that you're taking, because remember, it pulls out the toxins, which medication is toxic to your liver, right? So it will pull the toxins from the body. So separate that 2 hours apart, or maybe if you take your medications in the evening, take this in the morning. Just the point is to separate those. But other than that, there's no caveats or contraindications with it. Now, as far as how to take it. So a lot of people turn their nose at this product, but I want you to know that you don't need to do that. First of all, it's doing some great work in your body. So number one, you need to get it in your system. Number two, I actually love the way that it tastes because the spirulina and chlorella are those blue-green algae, and I love how they taste. But what you would normally do, let me find my little thing. It comes with a scoop. So you get a scoop of it and mix it in some water and then drink it down. All right, if that doesn't appeal to you, here's another way. So the way that I take it is I drink some water, get my mouth and my throat wet. Then I just toss it down. Now, the reason you want to get it wet is because I don't want you to cough with the powder. So get everything wet, toss it down, take another swig and swallow it. That's another way to take it. A third way to take it, though, as it relates to taste, I guess I should say, is to add a little bit of cinnamon to it. So it has a cinnamon flavor to it, so you can mix it in water and drink it down. And then cinnamon just in and of itself helps to stabilize blood sugar. So it's always good to add some cinnamon to your shakes and add cinnamon to your tea because it does help stabilize blood sugar as well. So you can kind of do it that way. I like to take it in the evening, like at the very end of my evening, because I like the idea of the magnetic scrubber going through my body and detoxifying while I'm sleeping. Now, your body is also doing a lot of other elimination while you're sleeping. So that's how I take it. I know Deanna takes a scoop. I don't know if she takes a half a scoop or a full scoop, but in the morning, and she takes one in the evening. It really doesn't matter when you take it. You just want to make sure you space it away from any medications. And take it every day. And this is a 30-day, roughly a 28-day, but just let's say a 30-day supply. It's not something that you have to be limited on. I know many people that take it every day, but if you are going to use it in a limited fashion, use it all at once in a 30-day kind of run, 28-day run, so that you get the full effects of it. You can also pick this up if you have reached a plateau in your weight loss. This is a great thing to kind of get you off the hump with the plateau. So a lot of different usages on who can take it, right? Anybody can take it and utilize it, whether they're sick or whether they're a pro athlete or anywhere in between. You can take it in the morning, you can take it in the evening, but you want to take it separate from any medications. You can use it to brush your teeth. You can make a mud mask out of it. But the point from a detox perspective, which is the point of this talk today, is to help the body rid itself of heavy metals, pesticides, and different things that are toxifying the body. Oftentimes, many of these things are actually stored in the body as well and can cause you issues. I'll just give you some examples. Obviously, cancer is, there's a lot of reasons for cancer, but lack of good immune support nutrition, as well as a lot of toxins that are overpowering the body, the whole kind of classification of autoimmune diseases. So it doesn't matter if that's rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, all of those and many, many more are under the umbrella of autoimmune, meaning the body is attacking itself. So a really good thing you can do for yourself or for those who have those issues is boost their immune system with good, clean nutrition, right? And lessen the toxic load. And this is a great way to do it in terms of helping to expedite the toxins from the body. As far as the toxins in your life, you definitely want to start to eliminate the plugins, the aerosol sprays, the scented candles. Those are all aromas and chemicals that you're inhaling through your nasal passages that are getting into your bloodstream literally within 30 seconds that are hormone disrupting. They're not good for you. You also want to get rid of the squishy plastic water bottles. We have our water bottle system that enables you not to utilize or even purchase or have that expense of these squishy plastic water bottles, which are leaching the BPA and all the other chemicals into the water that you in turn drink, and they're disrupting your hormones. And when I say hormone disruption, you know what? Just think cancer causing, because that's exactly what can happen if you get way off kilter with your hormone imbalance. A couple other aspects of detoxification, obviously your foods. This is a great time, at least here in the States, because it's summertime or turning summertime, to grow your own food. So you know exactly what's on it and what's not on it in terms of pesticides and herbicides, and just to start to clean up your act. So there's a lot of different ways that you can clean up, and skincare is another one. We have our Lucem skincare line. So as far as not putting toxins on your skin that literally, again, get absorbed within 30 seconds in your bloodstream, we literally have a stopping point for you at every way in your journey to help you make those clean, healthy swaps, redirect that spending to something clean. But as far as a direct detoxification product, my go-to is always Restoriix, and I love it again because it has those ingredients that we use at these world-renowned healing centers all in one product. So this is a very, very special product to me, Rick. Restoriix. I don't know if you have any comments or any questions you want to add. Short and sweet, but that is Restoriix.
So I love Restoriix, and I had forgotten how much I loved Restoriix. I started a transformation group that was it's referred to as our executive transformation group, and Brent, myself, Mark, Cameron, and Karine are a part of this group. I know there's been an internal group. Christine was a part of it. Maki was a part of it. Some
Employee
others
group,
that you
yeah.
know, employee group. But this is kind of an executive employee group, and Brent challenged me to join it. And there's one thing you need to know about me is that I hate to lose. And so I threw the gauntlet down, and last Friday before the holiday, I started mine. And I started taking Restoriix again every morning. And I forgot, first of all, I forgot how much I like the taste because I just add it to
I do too.
water. I really do. But I love the way I'm feeling. And I don't think I've lost a lot of weight in that period of time. I didn't expect to, maybe a pound or two. I was a pound before the weekend, but I was really religious during the weekend, and it kind of sucked. I'm going to tell you, over Memorial Day weekend, a lot of family food, a lot of goodies and stuff that I just, I said no to, and I had my carrots and celery, and I found an all organic dip that's kind of spicy, that's kind of fun, hummus based. It was really yummy that I used. I feel great. And mostly, and I think it's because of two main things. I'm taking the other products as well at the same time with the shakes and so on. Restoriix in the morning and 4 Rejuvenix in the morning. I'm off of soda, which I know for me
Nice.
was a big deal,
Wow, I didn't know
but
that little secret. That's awesome.
yeah, but I feel great, and I am going to kick Brent's butt. I'm just telling you. So that was what I wanted to add to this.
Awesome. Yeah. You know what? You don't know how good you feel until you feel really good. And then you realize, wow, I can't believe I put up with that, with feeling so horrible. So yes, detoxification. A lot of people think it's all about just the nutrition, but there's a second side. You can give yourself, there's a lot of nutrition, right? There's a lot of nutrition companies out there, but they're not picky about their ingredients. So you might be getting some nutrition, but you're also getting some manufacturing chemicals and different things. So you might be increasing your nutrient load, but you're also increasing your toxic load. Here we have the clean nutrition side, but then we have a tool to help you detox, again, peeling the layers of the onion that you've accumulated over the decades without adding to your toxic load with our clean nutrition products, because they really are truly clean as compared to many of the other companies that are out there. So that's yet another reason why I love what we're doing here. Oh, you're muted, Rick.
I am, absolutely.
And that's it. It's sweet and simple, but it's definitely a product that I highly recommend. And if you haven't ever done a detox, you need to, because you will notice maybe your skin clearing up. You'll notice something that's been clogged get unclogged.
Well, let's take a couple of questions. We don't have a lot of time today, but Sonia, I see Sonia Stanton is on there. Anthony, if you can unmute her, go ahead and ask your question, Sonia. Oh, you're muted. There you go.
There we go. Okay. Hi, Dr. Ginger and Mr. Woodward. Thank you for the wonderful information on Restoriix, and I have started it. I have a question though. What about people? Is it good to put on boils? Can you make a mask and maybe put on a boil to help pull out also?
So of course, we can't make claims on this, that, and the other, but people are definitely utilizing it as a mud mask. And so I would highly recommend doing that. Yes.
Okay.
It draws impurities. So yeah.
Okay.
It's not necessarily, it wasn't designed to be a skin product, but because of the ingredients, it can definitely benefit.
Yeah. Also, as a toothpaste.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Whiten your teeth.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Teresa Staber, you have a question. Oh, hold on. Go ahead. You're good.
There I am. Okay, hi. Yeah, I wanted to ask about how you can stir this. I've heard that you cannot use a metal spoon to stir the Restoriix. Is this true? Like in a blender, even with the metal blending things, is it?
I wouldn't get too crazy about that.
Okay,
to be
great.
honest. I mean, I don't use a metal spoon with it, but I didn't think about not using it. I wouldn't get too crazy about it. I would just get it in your system.
Okay, thank you.
Now, I wouldn't do it in a metal bowl with a metal spoon and let it sit there, you know, all of that. But I would just, yeah, I'm not that picky about it.
Cool. Thanks, Teresa. Trying to see who else has a hand up. Anyone else? Oh, it was a thumbs up. Okay, Nancy Negus. Nancy, you need to unmute.
Unmute.
There you
Okay,
go.
here I
There you
am.
go.
Okay, I have one tip and one question. The tip is the way I take Restoriix. I usually almost always do lemon water in the morning, and I kind of start my lemon water and then I just add the Restoriix to that, and
Yeah.
the flavors blend really nicely, and that way I can have the waiting period for both of them be concurrent rather than
Perfect. And the other thing
successive.
that I'll mention about that, Restoriix does help to start to balance your pH. And so lemons have a way to start to alkalize as well. So the combination of those together, that's actually a really good combo.
Thank you. Okay, so my question is whether Restoriix could be part of a regimen to deal with allergies. I have a lot of friends who have some severe allergies and they're frustrated.
Definitely a piece to the puzzle, I would definitely say. I would also toss in the Vinali. And I would do the 3-pack and super dose for like the first 4 weeks, and then you can back it down. That we've had tremendous results with that. And again, that's a very simple recipe in that product: grapeseed extract, vitamin C, bioflavonoids. So very simple, but very effective with any kind of inflammation, particularly lung inflammation, allergies, asthma. So absolutely. And then of course our Purity 2.0 air purifier, significant with allergies, asthma in your home. It is the Mac Daddy of air purifiers. We absolutely love ours.
Cool.
Yes, I need to ask you at some point about 2.0 versus the old one, because I'm trying to decide whether to upgrade offline. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Nancy. Appreciate it. All right, let's move to Margaret Witten.
Hey, Margaret.
Hi. I hear some people adding giving greens with the Restoriix, but do you lose any value of the giving greens if you do that?
You know what? I do Restoriix by itself. You know, I want it to work as most potent as possible without anything else around it. It is drawn to the toxin, which is the opposite charge. And so it's more about the toxins than about the nutrition, but I keep them separate. That being said, I know plenty of people just for the taste alone that just stick it in their shake because they figured I just need to be able to get it in my system.
Yeah.
So I would do the cinnamon and I would do the greens by itself or mix that in your shake.
Okay, thanks.
Cool. Thanks, Margaret. All right, next up was Julie Sweet. Hey, Julie.
Hello. Thanks for all the information. I just had a quick question about, I always wondered if it was okay to take the Restoriix the same time as you take the vitamins, like your mineral and your optimals.
Like I said, I separate it. I have it completely separate so it can kind of just focus and work on its own so the body can be detoxifying, not processing and absorbing, nutrients.
Okay,
that's
sorry if I
in
missed
my
that.
opinion, the best way to take it is to separate it all.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Cool. And in our program, just to say what Deanna had advised us to do in our internal program was the minute you get up, take your Restoriix.
Yeah, she
Then
takes it away,
and I've started doing that. So before I even get ready or take a
so
shower,
separate, from everything.
and then it separates it because it's by itself. I have taken Rejuvenex with it because it's easier to remember for me. But and then I wait and I take for instance, I'll have lunch today and I'll have my vitamins, which I
you want to take those with food.
Yeah. That's what she said. And my wife's been telling me that for months and I just didn't listen to her.
And that's because, a lot of nutrients work around other nutrients. So like your fat soluble vitamins, your vitamin D works great around food, right? In terms of absorption. So whatever, if you're doing 2 meals a day, take your supplements at those times. Yeah.
Cool. Well, Dr. Ginger, there's one last question on the text. Should we drink more water? It's like, yeah, drink more water all the
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely. Yep. And I know on many of the programs, there's people going for a gallon of water a day.
Mm,
And if you're drinking that much water, you also need to watch your electrolytes too. So, you know, pink Himalayan sea salt for the natural sodium. Don't be afraid of that. Be afraid of the white table salt, Morton's table salt, or any of the white table salt, not
Yeah.
the pink Himalayan.
Cool. We'll take one last question. Ola from Winnipeg. Go ahead and I'll ask you to unmute. Go ahead and unmute.
Hi, thank you for
Hey.
having me. Thank you, Dr. Ginger. So I have a question. So my issue is when I was 9 years old, I lived in Europe, in Poland, and I was exposed to nuclear explosion. So I have a lot of health issues. And when I was taking Restoriix, like everyone else was saying, oh, I feel so great. I feel, you know, like the toxins leaving my body. Well, I don't feel any different. And actually, I went to a muscle tester and she told me I was taking too much. And because I had so much toxins, especially around my sinus area, my body was blocking it because I was acidic. So she recommended like a lower dose. Now, do you recommend just keeping it at a low dose, let's say half, for longer periods of time, rather than having it, you know, like the full on a shorter time?
Yeah, I don't know where she got his or her conclusions on that. I will tell you, for example, when I taught at the Healing Center, anyone who had gone through radiation, chosen to choose radiation for their cancer, we would have them take like 50 chlorella tablets at one time to pull the radiation from the body. And that's a lot. I mean, they're little, but that was really a lot. But that was their protocol. We have chlorella in here. And spirulina, chlorella, activated charcoal, micronized zeolites, which are all those types of toxins. So as far as an acidic body, you can significantly help that with your food choices and your liquid choices. So like the lemon water, when you squeeze lemon into the water, I know it seems like it's acidic, but it's actually not when the pH is measured. So drink lots of lemon water, which also, by the way, is very good for the kidneys. So anyone with kidney stones, they need to be drinking a lot of lemon water. But also your food choices. If you choose real food, God's foods, that's all alkaline. Basically, man's foods are acidic, God's foods are alkaline. So just really move your diet in that direction, and that will alkalize your body more. And then perhaps you'll start to get better results with the detoxification as well, because your body's working in harmony, not against itself. Make sense?
Yeah, totally. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. Thanks, Ola. All right, Dr. Ginger, thank you so much for
my pleasure.
Being with us today. And man, always such amazing.
It's a simple product, but it's a powerful product. And if you're not utilizing it, you're really missing out. You're really missing out.
Totally agree. So thank you again for being with us today. Perfect timing. We finished right at a half hour, which is our goal in this. So people will share it and ask more people to join us, and always for being available. We just appreciate you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure. I love to share and teach. So thank you all for joining me.
Yes, you do. Okay, everybody, I'm going to end the recording.